Hello everyone. As a student and a researcher, I often wondered what if there was an AI tool that could truly ease the grind of academic writing, something that does not just generate ideas but actually help organize, cite, and structure an entire paper. Imagine getting assistance during a literature review, pulling citation from recent papers automatically, or organizing sources without digging through Google Scholar or journal sites one by one. That level of integration and support could completely change the way we write academic paper. It would be a real game changer. And yet, academic writing remains one of the most exhausting and time consuming parts of research. Despite having published over 30 international papers or more, I still find myself juggling between multiple tools like LateX for formatting precision, Word for collaborative drafts, Overleaf for online editing, and reference managers like Zotero, Mendeley for citation handling. Each has its own learning curve and friction. In LaTeX, even a small change often means recompiling the PDF just to check formatting. Word documents can become messy with tracked changes and buggy citation plugins. Even if you use Zotero and Mendeley, it helps a bit, but constantly switching between apps to manage references breaks your writing flow. While tools like ChatGPT or Perplexity AI have made it easier to brainstorm ideas or find recent papers, they still fall short when it comes to manage structure, tone, citation accuracy inside a live academic document. That workflow ends up fragmented, costing hours that could be spent thinking and writing. That's exactly the gap Jenni AI fills. It's not just another writing tool, it's more than a dedicated academic workspace. Jenni combines real time citation, insertion, content aware AI suggestion, paraphrasing tools, and building research library all in one place. No more jumping between tabs, reformatting references, or second guessing your draft structure. Everything you need is integrated right where you are writing. In this video, I will walk through how I have been using Jenni AI in my own academic writing, what works, what's impressive, and how it compares to the tool we already know. So what exactly is Jenni AI? Jenni AI is a writing assistant designed specifically for students, researchers, and faculty working on academic writing. Unlike general purpose AI tools, Jenni understands the depth and the rigor of scholarly work. Whether you are crafting a literature review, drafting a journal article, or formatting citations for your thesis, you can try it right now at Jenni.ai. You can search Jenni and then you can open the website. And then you can click on login, and just like any other website, you can sign up or sign into your account. And after you are done, you should be able to see something like this. So I have set up the dark theme because I like it. You can also click on the light theme and use it if you like white themed interface. Now you might just wonder, why does any of this matter at all? Well, if you ever spend hours planning a paper, structuring arguments, hunting down sources, or formatting citation just to meet journal standards, you already know how mentally draining academic writing can be. Just as I previously said, most tools out there help with just one part of the process. Grammarly, for example, checks the grammar. ChatGPT can help brainstorm. Zotero manages references, but none of them bring it all together, and fragmentation kills your momentum. This is where Jenni really shines. It's not just helping you type faster, it's helping you to write better. By combining AI suggestions, citation tool, a reference library, and a real-time chat assistant, all inside one unified workspace, Jenni removes the friction that slows you down, especially in academic writing. Whether you are outlining a thesis, revising a dense paragraph, or pulling in recent citation, Jenni keeps you in flow, no switching tabs, no breaking focus. So let me show you exactly what this looks like in practice. We'll start with one of the Jenni's most useful feature, AI Autocomplete. This tool is a lifesaver when you are starting at a blank page or stuck trying to phrase a complex idea. This is a Jenni AI website. So if you click on new, you can click on document if you want to start with a fresh document, and maybe it will ask you what you are trying to write, some context. So I'll write a research paper on, and maybe I'll write start writing. So it automatically suggests a title. So maybe if you want, you can modify it. So hollow core fiber for multimode transmission, something like that. You can modify it according to the study. Now let's say I want to start writing the introduction section. So what I will do, I will write introduction. Now I'll press enter and then modify this to heading, right? And then I will press enter. It automatically suggests some idea. So what you can do, you can press shift plus arrow to try again. So I'll write try again. It will come up with a different line. Let's say I like this, so I'll click on accept. So let's say I want to write in my own tone. So for example, what I want is I want to start my writing with in recent years, and then I'm thinking about how should I complete this sentence, and you will see suddenly you will get a suggestion that may be exactly what you are looking at. And for example, if you don't like, you can click on try again and you will see you have some other option, and if you click on accept, it will get added. And remember, the citation is also added here. You can modify the citation style. So for example, you can have this kind of citation, and of course you can press accept to accept the next line, and so on. You press the cursor, you click on accept, and then you keep on writing. And if you read, the writing style is really nice and academic in nature. Not only that, you can write your own line. So for example, I can write photonic silica, and maybe I can wait for some time, and you can see it automatically completes the sentence, and I can write accept. Now this is really a powerful tool. So in this way you can autocomplete your writing. Now let's say I just want to remove this paragraph and I want to cite a particular paper that I am working. So for example, let's say I found this particular paper to be useful, and I've thought of a line that I want to add. So I'll just paste it, and I can select and click on cite, and then you will see that it will actually show the paper. So I haven't added any citation, so I just added the write-up that I wrote by reading the abstract of this paper. And now if I just select and click on cite, you can see it will actually refer to that paper only. So I can click on it, and then the citation will be added. As you can see, this is the same paper in Nature Photonics that I have added. So I think this is really a powerful feature. Not only that, it even searches for the cited work that you have written. This is really great. So this is one of the most coolest feature that I found in this. So one of the most underrated but powerful feature in Jenni is the reference library. This is where I keep all the research paper, article, and citation I need for my project, organized and ready to use. Instead of juggling between Zotero, PDF, and Google Scholar tab, I can upload my sources directly into Jenni, organize them into a collection, and cite them instantly while I write. Let me show how it works. So one of the ways that people generally use is like, let's say I go to Google Scholar, I search for a fiber or whatever topic you're working, and then you click on cite. And when you click on cite, you have something like this. Either you copy, or maybe you can open the BibTeX and you have this, and you copy and paste. So if you are working in Overleaf or LateX based tool, you generally use this. So you can copy, and here in the library itself, if I click on upload PDF, you have three options. Firstly, you can upload any research article and it will automatically get the DOI and all the details. You can import a bib file and even paste a DOI. So in the import bib, you can see you can actually paste the bib data, and you can click on import to library. So what I will do something else. I have a bib file that actually contains all my important paper. So for example, I have a list of paper that is saved in my Zotero library, right? And then I have exported it in a BIB file. So I'll just import the BIB file. This is the file, and you will see it says uploading sources to library, and it may take few seconds, and it says successfully uploaded 36 sources. I will close this, and now you will see all the sources are uploaded in my library. Once it is done, now for example here, if I type @ and now I have these options. In the discover, it will browse the web, and in the library, it will try to get the reference from your library. So I can clear the year, and it will show all the references. I can order by relevance, most recent. So if I click on most recent, it will show the paper that is the latest. So this is 2022, and then it will like show the older one. And generally, like people who are working in academics know that reviewers generally say that try to cite latest research. So in all those cases, you automatically have the option to see the latest one and then cite. So if I, for example, click this paper will be automatically cited. I can click one more, and the second one will be cited, and so on. So not only does it uses its own citation tool, but you can import bulk citation in Jenni and then use it. Another feature I rely on constantly is the AI chat assistant. Well, you have heard about this term, and in terms of like academic research, is actually sounds gimmicky, but this isn't just a chatbot. It's a research aware writing partner. Whether I need to clarify a dense paragraph, for example, let's say I have this paragraph and I select it, and if I click on chat, you can see that particular text is added in the context of this chat window. And I can say, explain me this para. And maybe you can remove the library and the web. You can only have the current document and this para. So if I click on send, it will think, and then it will try to explain what this particular line talks about. Not only that, you can ask general query about the particular document, you can add document, and so on. Again, if I go to library, and let's say I filter with PDF, right? So I have uploaded a PDF. Now what I can do, I can open in a new tab. For example, I am new to a particular domain and I'm unable to understand what this is all about. So what I can say is, explain me the results in the PDF in easy language. And if I click on send, it will actually recap all the important inferences of this particular PDF. So this chat feature is actually like a live assistant that is actually helping you to improve your writing. So when it comes to revising my draft, Jenni's paraphrasing and rewriting tools are huge time saver. Instead of rewriting the sentence manually, I can highlight any selection and instantly gets cleaner, more academic version. Whether I need to simplify a complex explanation or expand a statement, you can use it to modify. So if I click on just AI edit, you can have this paraphrase section where you have different option to actually paraphrase. You can have simplify, and you can also have make longer. So if I click on paraphrase and click on academically, you see I have this option. So maybe I don't like this. I can click on try again, and then it will come up with a new way of writing. And I can click on replace selection or insert below. As a pro tip, you can actually click on chat, and that particular text will be added in the chat. And then in the chat itself, we can also modify it according to your need. So this is really a powerful feature. Another small but nice feature that I found useful is that you can generate an outline of a new topic that you are working. So let's say you are writing a review article or a document on some topic. So let's say if I write me a outline of the topic on review of photonic sensor for blood sensing. I will not cite any article. Yeah, so now you can see it gave a nice overall workflow. So if I click on add to document, you will see in a new document it came up with a nice review and the structure, right? So in the introduction, so for example, another advanced tip is that instead of numbered lit, you can click on heading and I can press enter, and just like any other document, it will start writing the introduction section. So if it is bold, you can just remove it and then you can start writing. You can write your own sentence or you can see what Jenni is suggesting and it will be good to go. You can also ask like suggest a good for the review paper, and then hopefully it will also come up with a nice title. So maybe I can select this and directly paste here. So this is how it will actually help you to create an outline of your work before actually filling up the gaps. So now let's discuss the most important part in paper or article writing, that is managing citations. Now, managing citations is usually one of the most tedious part of the academic writing, but with Jenni, it is surprisingly smooth. Now, as you have already seen, if you want to insert a citation, it's quite easy. If you want to add from your library, that also you can do. Not only that, if you want to change the style of your citation. So many times you have seen that for a particular journal, it will say that you need a particular formatting, and for other journal, it needs some other formatting. So if you click on this button in the reference, you'll see that it says it supports 1700 and more styles. So the popular ones are at the top, or you can just search like IEEE or something, and it will actually show you the different styles and you can select. So currently I have IEEE. Now if I select something else, maybe Harvard, you will see that the citation will change. So you don't have to worry about citation style at all. Many a times, unfortunately, when you are submitting research articles, it get rejected and you plan to upload in some other journal. You spend like few hours modifying the citation style and you try to convert it into PDF and then upload. So it takes a bit of time. But here, only thing you have to do is choose the drop down list and select something else and you are done. So this is really a powerful feature that will definitely help you. Now, it might happen that you are not working in English or you're working in some other language and you want to translate it for a different audience and so on. That is also a feature that is needed, and Jenni actually has it. So for example, let's say I have this paragraph and I want to translate it into some other language. So what you can do, you can click on AI edit, and in the translate you actually have these languages. So after this you can directly choose and translate it. Now for me, I want to translate it into Hindi. So that option is not there. So what you can do, you can have a workaround, select it, click on chat, and maybe I can just remove everything else, or you can keep the document, that's fine. And I can just write translate it to Hindi, and I can click on send, and then you will see that particular text will be translated to Hindi. And similarly, you can translate the whole document as well. So this translation feature is quite useful. Now that we talked about the translate feature, let me talk a bit more about the chat feature. So let's say I have this text. Now if I click on chat, you have a particular chat window. Now I already did that. Now you will see that currently it have the current document, that is this document. It will search the web, it will search through the library, and specifically I have this text. So it is like uploading files and chats in ChatGPT and then asking every time you are uploading the file and then asking relevant question. So here everything is integrated. Not only that, you can add the plus icon, and let's say you are working on different paper, you can have different collection and you can add the particular collection of reference and files. For sources also, if you have like PDF attached, for example, this is a PDF attached in my library, you can add that too. Not only that, you can mention specific PDF, you can attach PDF and then ask relevant questions. This is specifically useful if you are working on something that LLMs don't have much knowledge about, maybe something that is really new in the domain and maybe only a few people are working. In all those cases, this can be really useful. By the way, if you really like this tool, you can use Jenni and try it for free. And if you plan to upgrade, use my coupon code BK20 and get 20% off. So one of the thing I really appreciate about Jenni is that it's not just for plain text. You can add images, tables, you can add code block, you can also add inline equation, basically equation within a paragraph. You can also add a math block, like if you have a detailed equation or so. So let me show you a very quick example. Let's say I want to add an equation here. So what I will do, I will click on the math block and I can just copy one of my equation. So just click on it and just paste the equation and click on done. And you should have the equation. Now let's say if you want to number that equation, you can use it in a similar way, but you can just add the number via this H space. That is how I'm doing right now. So you can number your equation accordingly. Now if you want to have inline equations, let's say I want to write inline equation. So this is a sample equation and you can see that it automatically renders. So if I want to have a different equation, for example, I can click on it, or I can just remove this and just click on paste, and you can see it renders. So in this way you can add equation. Now in terms of image, it is very obvious. You can just click on the image and you should be able to upload an image. So let me show you a nice trick that can actually help you to make your workflow more powerful. So let's say you are working on a collaborative project and due to some reason you may need to use Zotero for ongoing work, right? So you have, let's say, your Microsoft Word and you have the Zotero plugin to add the citation, and just like me, you have all the reference. So these are all the references for my papers and stuff. So let's see how we can actually use Zotero in this case. Now if I open this particular reference section, you see you have 3 buttons. You can copy to the clipboard, you can copy as BibTeX, and you can export as a bib file, right? Now if I click on copy as BibTeX and open Zotero, and then if I go to file and click on import from clipboard, you see it says import complete. Now you can see that all of the references are updated from this particular reference section. And by the way, you can always export your collection as a file so that you can actually import it if you need it to import in Jenni. So I think this trick may be helpful for you. So let me discuss few of the important tips and tricks that can help you. Let me just briefly go one by one. First is you can export BibTeX for Overleaf or Zotero. So you can download the BibTeX file and directly use it in Overleaf if it is needed. The second is you can import to Zotero. As I have already shown you, you can always import it. So you go to file and click on import from clipboard, and that should do the job. The third is use collection for topic specific project. So in your library there is a option called collection. So you click on the folder icon and you can name it, for example, 2025. So that will help me remember that I am working on a thermo-optic sensor project in the year 2025, and inside this collection I can have my PDFs, my different articles, etc. That will help you to keep your library organized. The next trick is using the chat. If you are stuck somewhere and you want some help, you want a definition of some particular term, you can always select that text, use the chat feature. This is really helpful. Now, if you are not happy with the tone, now first of all, the tone is really great. Like I have to say, even if you read, it does not sound like an AI gimmicky sentence. But let's say due to some reason you did not like the tone, you can always select, click on AI edit, and there are different ways you can edit. You can improve fluency, you can paraphrase different ways, you can simplify, make it longer. So there are a ton of ways. You can even use the chat feature to actually have few variation of this line. Now you might be wondering, how is Jenni AI different from tools like ChatGPT, Grammarly, Zotero, or even Quillbot? The biggest difference is integration and academic focus. Tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and others are great at brainstorming, but they don't handle citation and understand your document context as good as you need. Grammarly helps with grammar and tone, but it won't help you paraphrase academic context, insert reference, or organize your sources. Zotero is excellent for citation management. I have been using it for a while, but it's not a writing tool, and you still need to manually connect it to your draft. The plugin thing, it's really hard. Quillbot can help with paraphrasing, but it works in isolation. You have to copy and paste in and out, and it's really not that fluid. Now Jenni brings all of this element together into a single workspace. As you can see in my live demo itself, you can write, paraphrase, cite, and ask question all in one place. It understands academic structure and tone, it remembers your document and reference, and it works live, so you don't have to jump between tabs or tools. It's not built for casual content, it's built for serious academic writing. That's what makes it different, and for me, that's what makes it essential. I think this will really help you to save a ton of time. That's what I have learned from my experience. In case you're interested in the subscription, you can use the code BK20 to get 20% off on the subscription. You can check the link in the description as well. Now, personally, Jenni AI has saved me hours of manual formatting, reference searching, and switching between tools. But beyond saving time, it's genuinely improved my quality of my writing. I can just casually write what I mean to say and then ask Jenni to actually format it in a proper tone so that people can actually understand what I am trying to say. And I think it's a big deal. So if you are a graduate student, researcher, or anyone working on serious academic writing, Jenni is definitely worth trying. Thanks for watching this detailed video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day ahead.